What are we doing over here?
Adding a new boost controller. His was bad for some reason. Evo's run, I think it's like 19 pounds from factory, and his, we bought the cob for this and put it on, and the cob told us that this car has been only running 13 pounds this whole time. And so that's obviously less than stock, so we had to figure out why. We figured out that the boost control solenoid was bad.
So all those wins were on low boost?
Everything's on low boost.
I saw your video the other night. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're trying to get it back up to stock boost and then add some power with the cob and then see where it's at.
This whole thing was wired wrong. I bet you that's why you weren't getting full boost.
Yeah. What was the wire to, yo?
They had everything teed off like wrong. Because somebody redid all this, and they like teed everything off. They teed the wastegate, the compressor, the intake, and everything all to the solenoids, and it's supposed to be all separated.
Wow. So it's just supposed to go from the turbo to the solenoid, ain't it?
Yeah, like the wastegate's supposed to be separated, the compressor housing is supposed to be separated all to the solenoids, and they had everything teed together.
So it's just the vacuum lines were run wrong?
I always wondered, yo, how these work with like water, yo.
Yeah, we're perfectly fine, tell you that. Snow, water, mud.
Yeah, so I'm about to do this with my Z, yo. Just get some hood vents and just get that air breathing.
See, like this one right here, how it says this side.
What up, Dale?
This side goes to the intake.
You know, chilling.
They didn't have this to the intake.
Like
they have this to the
compressor.
What, the Evo?
Yeah.
The flux capacity.
See, that's your air cleaner right there. This is your intake tube.
Yo, let's go for a ride, yo. I'm trying to fill these G's, man.
It was completely.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to feel this.
All right,
Jeez.
y'all know this car got no torque. You know, right? This car not gonna feel nothing when y'all all in it. Just, yo,
Why would a car have power and not feel nothing with people in it? It ain't make no sense. Wait, you already got two guys in
This
it?
pressurized too? No, it's not.
We'll take it for that.
yeah, honestly, I don't overthink it. Just a basic 4-cylinder with some boosts, with a lot of boosts.
Get out the damn car.
Okay, this is you saying a whole lot of little things right now.
Well, I'm just used to a very small 4-cylinder with very little boost, so
Yeah,
I might be impressed.
It's a little 2-liter with a lot of boosts.
Oh, look at this.
It's a heavy car.
Look at this clockwork.
Jeez. Yeah, that is pretty heavy.
Liza.
All right, let me
His
take this
Mercury
outside.
came through.
Yo, Jalil in the car all the time?
Yeah, Jalil in there.
Yo, why is there no mosquitoes out today?
They'll be coming out as soon as it gets cooler.
As soon as the sun goes down, they'll get you.
They was out here.
Yeah, because you were feasting.
They was out here. Yo, man.
I think it was done at the dealer. They put the shit back because that engine was changed.
Like the solenoids, the stock solenoids there, they're supposed to be getting vacuum from the intake tube. They had it getting vacuum at the turbo.
What was that? That was the test drive?
That's it. It's good. He hit full boost, 20
Probably
pounds.
get full boost right real quick.
Like, man, this thing went up to like 30 pounds.
Already. He barely moved.
1500 RPMs, full boost.
Gotta set it down? Damn. What is that?
Wait, I was just kidding. This thing actually hit 20 PSI in the parking lot.
Yo, that thing hit 29 fats.
How did it feel? Did it jerk your neck?
It did. It definitely pulled up faster than I thought.
Was it like in first gear?
That was only first gear.
How the hell do you make so much boost in first gear?
I don't turn it down. He wasn't even at like 35.
Find out how you gonna turn it down. 29 pounds, you probably have that shit set at full boost.
If it hits 29 pounds, just stay in it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the whole system was vacuum packed.
Right, 29 pounds.
You did not hit 29 pounds. What'd you hit, 20?
29 pounds. The Claud says it right here. You can zoom in.
Oh, that's the max, huh?
29. Yeah, max is over
What
here.
the hell?
Right
In
here.
first gear? How do you even make boost in first gear?
Yo.
That doesn't work on any of my turbo cars. This is Josh's HR swapped Maxima. It's got the motor out of a newer Maxima, the HR VQ35. Like 290 horsepower, I believe, versus like 250 for the stock motor. This is actually normally a turbo car, but he's got the turbo kit out right now while the HR swap is being sorted out, making sure everything is tuned well before he puts the turbo kit back in here. Alright, so I got to do a little bit of work on this thing tonight too. When I put the Adaptronics standalone in this thing, it still had the MSD boost timing manager installed. So I was at the tuners and I had to get this done quick to get it tuned, and I ended up just disconnecting the wires for that and putting the wiring back to stock real quick while it was on the dyno. And I just have some wires here that are kind of bare right now that I have to actually solder because they're just twisted together, and then I got to cover them up, maybe some heat shrink. And those are the wires for the crank sensor, so those are pretty important. If those things have a bad connection, well, the cam angle sensor actually, which basically acts like the crank sensor on these motors. If there's a bad connection or no signal there, the car will not run. So I just want to make sure that those connections are really secure. Alright, I got my alternative soldering iron here that I got at the gas station. Heat this up. A little solder in there.
You gotta get it up and over that, so you gotta literally freeze the short shifter. It's got the spherical on it.
Alright.
Out of the bushing.
Nice, perfect soldered wires. And you can just take this, slip it over, cut off the extra. Throw a little heat on that. See it shrink. And it fits on there perfect. And there you go. This guy was hoping the keyway would still be in there. I was like, you're dreaming. He pulls the crank pulley out,
That
and
should be
the
round.
hole ain't even round.
Okay. That's not fair.
You like it? You better put a crank pulley on it.
Sucks.
Where's the keyway?
I don't know.
Which car is this?
Hyundai. Whoa! Yeah. Whoa! Whoa! That thing was doing a limbo, huh?
Hey, does that thing drive anymore?
Yeah, I can drive it. It's just on the battery.
It wasn't charging because that pulley wasn't spinning.
I mean, I just noticed it this morning, so.
You got Tyler, bro.
I got Tyler.
That's what I said. Same thing happened to Tyler. That same thing happened to me too on the Miata. But I got to it before anything really bad happened.
Sell the car.
Here. See if you can figure out what's wrong with this picture.
There's more ribs on the crank pulley than there are on the belt.
No.
Just kidding, guys. The crank pulley is elongated now, close around.
I'm sorry, John gave me ice cream.
Yeah, I was you for it. I was there over there, but my shit in the motherfucking.
That actually kills my whole mood to work on a car, bro. When this nigga starts doing that shit.
Not bad yet, don't worry. I
didn't ask you if it was bad or not. I just finished telling you that whatever you just did right there is making you not even want to work on the car.
What happened?
Pulled it.
Unless some shit
I farted.
He pulled it.
And he's overly dramatic.
Have you ever smelled it?
Yes, yes I have.
I'm not passing you shit. I'm about to pass out.
I done passed you shit.
Literally, you had to deal with that.
I don't know if this motor is going in tonight because Cliff farted and it's slowing down progress.
I done keep progress, alright?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to motivate you.
I wasn't looking, bro. I'm trying to motivate. Motivate by farting outside and killing half the population of mosquitoes.
You gotta kill the mosquitoes in here though.
He did already. Ain't no more mosquitoes.
That fart actually kind of smells like McDonald's.
It's not a McDonald's fart.
It smells like,
It's not a mixed shit at all.
you know how if you have like a McDonald's bag in your car and you just leave it in there with the burgers and then you like go out of your car and you come back to your car and then you're like, damn, it smells like a fart in my car.
That was a mouth. That was a mouth.
It might be on the gun. You gonna be recording some of the races for us?
Yep. I'm gonna be recording everything.
Oh yeah.
Mexico?
Might as well.
Mexico.
A lot of Mexico be going on.
Yeah.
I've been missing out.
We might go tonight for some Mexico run.
I've been missing
Oh yeah?
a lot too.
Better charge my battery.
Oh yeah. Been a little accurate. I've been wanting to try it out. I guess you retuned.
Wait, who?
The accuracy out?
Whose?
I forget his name, but Denro. You got the accuracy out type red 6 speed.
Yeah.
So I guess he just retuned it or tuned it.
Is this the same one that wanted to run Maximas before?
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess he's beat a few VQs, and when I ran him with the HR, I got him.
Yeah, I remember you just decided you were gonna take out your stock.
Yeah, well, it's fun. It's competitive. It's not fun having a quicker car trying to race slow cars. I'd rather have a competitive run than, blowing people out or getting blown out by somebody else.
Yeah, so for the record, he has a 350Z turbo that would have easily won the race, but he decided to take out his other 350Z, which is basically a stock HR, and win the race with that because he just wanted to show that, it's more fun, but it's also fun to run somebody that's talking a lot of trash with a really stock car and still win when you know that it can beat it.
Pretty much. Yeah, so he did a little bit of more work and stuff, and he felt like it's faster, so if he comes around, I'll probably try it out later, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but you haven't been hearing all that noise about, I'll race any Maxima or
I think I kind of quieted that down once I came out with that car.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just Maximas, there was no VQ, no all-motor VQ out here can mess with my
no
Acura
G35s,
TI.
no 350Zs.
This is my stock HR. We're just intake and exhaust now. Against that supposedly 175 shot Maxima. This is bone stock, just intake and exhaust, no internals, no nothing.
That's you just pulling away.
Yeah. Sorry for the shitty
Yeah.
video, but.
No, that's perfect.
First like that, and then take a ride with it after.
Oh, you want to take a ride with it right now so you don't forget how it felt?
Like literally, how long do you think it'll take us to change the rear one too?
Probably like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you know how I felt before. You're gonna know better than me. Are you spray painting that? No, stop, Brian. You're overspray your car.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The car is waxed. All right, so what do we got here?
This is an upgraded sprocket set and chain for the DR. Since I'm a heavier set guy, I don't like the longer first gear. It'd probably work perfect for you.
Yeah, I mean, that gearing is actually probably a little bit skewed for road use, so I mean, it's a compromise between highway and off-road use, so you're going.
It's not going to be much, and after doing all the research, you can still do 70 miles an hour, no problem. So we got the front sprocket here. I went with a 14 tooth. I guess the stock one is 15, and it also comes with the C-clip for easy removal, so you can swap them if you want to go back to your 15 for long highway rides.
Oh, nice.
I stood with the 525 chain, which is what comes with it from factory, and yes, it's JDM. Spent a little extra to get the quality parts.
Bike
And
Master.
this is the rear sprocket, made in the U.S.
Cool. That's aluminum or steel?
I believe it's aluminum. Doesn't weigh much.
Let me see. Oh yeah, it's aluminum.
Yep. I did a lot of research when I went to buy these. I didn't want to go with cheap sprockets. I wanted the right balance, and why not buy the chain while you're gonna do the sprockets? Might as well. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. See how these teeth are starting to kind of like lay over a little bit?
Yep.
That's,
okay. Yeah. So the chain, same wear is gonna be on the chain.
That's an indication that the chain is stretching.
Yep.
This is still the stock chain. This thing has got like 8,000 miles on
Yeah,
it.
and it's been rough miles too. I used to rip this thing. I've been ripping it. You know.
So what happens is the links will be further apart as the chain stretches, and then they don't match with the distance between the teeth on the sprocket.
Mm-hmm.
So as they go around, they kind of push on the sprocket and lay the teeth over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can. I mean, the back one, there's actually they're not laying over at all on the back sprocket. So I figured that chain hadn't even stretched at all, but there is evidence that it's a little bit stretched.
Well, hopefully we can take care of that with this.
Yeah. Did you get an O-ring chain?
I'm not sure what that is. What do you mean O-ring chain?
They have like rubber seals in between each link. That actually extends the life of the chain a lot too if it's an O-ring chain.
Yeah, I think this does have black O-rings right here on the outside.
Yeah, yep. They literally have an O-ring on every link. And that keeps the grease in and the water out. And that actually...
This thing is going to rip after like a lot of down low.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to see what that feels like. Because it was always geared high as hell when I had it.
Yeah, I go to take off, like if I'm on a hill and I go to take off, I got to ride the shit out of the clutch. A little more than I want to.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it had plenty of torque to move my skinny ass around, but I could see how it would be not really ideally geared for the woods with these high gears.
How do you feel about this C-clip? I read numerous reviews on it. It has the hose for the stock screws, but some people just like. I'm not going to be changing it all the time, especially with that one being worn and I don't have.
Okay, so you use the clip instead of using the bolts that are in here, and there's just a groove, I assume, on the counter shaft.
Yep.
That the C-clip goes into.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason not to.
Would you do the C-clip or the bolts?
We'll play it by ear. When we take it apart, we'll kind of like look at it and see what we think of the...
I heard reviews where with the C-clip is a little loose. So some people like to use the traditional bolts.
Yeah.
So I might just use the bolts and throw this in my toolbox, and if I ever get a different sprocket...
Look at stock though. It's on a spline anyway, so it's not like... It's not super loose. I mean, not super tight to begin with, so...
Okay. Alright, let's get at it.
All right. Okay, we got the new gearing done on this bike. We're about to take this thing for a test drive. We've got a larger rear sprocket in
41.
the back, 41 tooth, and I don't know. And we got
No, it's a 1445.
okay, so 45 rear, 14 teeth in the front, and we got a new chain to match. So
I went from a 41 to a 45.
okay, so everything's new, and it's geared down a little bit to ride in the woods. So we're about to take it for a ride and see how it feels. It should pop wheelies a little bit easier, because this thing had highway gears on it. This thing was geared to go like 100.
Yeah, the first gear is way too long for me.
We just want to ride in the woods mostly.
It's like a marquee,
Okay, so in between working on the bike, I've been putting coats of paint on this intake pipe. This thing's almost ready to go back in, but I gotta take the bike out for a rip and see how the steering feels. Definitely feels better now. It's not like, it's not rattling or anything,
Yeah.
and it feels mad snotty. It's like,
Yeah?
yeah, it definitely feels different.
He keeps it so clean, so pretty. It's one of our nice static rock cars. We try, man. Bunch of humble guys. Bunch of humble guys with a bunch of street cars, man. We love what we do. Safety first, guys.
Yeah. Hector's about to take it for a rip. See how he likes his new gearing. It's really snotty.
Yeah.
It's definitely a totally different feel from what it was before.
But I hope it's exactly what I was looking for, because I just don't want it to bog off the line when I'm trying to get going. Oh man, I love this bro.
Isn't it nice?
Oh yeah, I just fucking picked up the front tire right there.
Yeah, I saw that.
I wasn't really trying to, be doing that, but yeah, it feels way more nimble now. It's still a heavy bike, but it doesn't got that heavy feeling to it. It's still got that crazy long gear.
Yeah. No, I love it. That was definitely a great upgrade.
And for like under $200, that was well worth the money.
Alright, intake is painted. Basically it looks invisible now because it's black. Oh well.
He had no problem with it. For some reason, yeah, he put it in the car. The next day, car was on everything else.
pull out.
Hey Brian, did you eat? Want to go grab a bite to eat? Who's over there?
Sure. Where is over there? Where are we going?
Roof line, Cypher.
Okay. What's going on? Is there races going on? Or we're just food?
Not really. I'm still kind of waiting on the word.
Okay.
But I might just go grab some food and go home if I don't hear nothing.
Yeah. What time is it right now? It's like
12.
midnight. Okay. We're about to have a run. What do we got here? Is this nitrous?
K24. It's a K20 G3. Pretty much just stock spring retainers. PTR injectors, 4-inch intake, header and exhaust. That's it.
Yo, how long you had that line needed? Huh?
Here we got an HR 350Z. And it's tuned.
This shit don't look like it that bad to work on, except for exhaust work. But why is shit touching right there?
Because it's not, none of this shit. Nothing, no, there's no cops or anything. It's inside of it.
Yeah, you just came that way, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Brian, you hopping in with me?
Yep.
You're coming right back here. Huh?
Yeah, we'll just come back because I know you gotta get your car. Can I put this stuff in your van?
Alright, we're getting ready to run them. We just got pulled over by the cops for a minute and they let us go with nothing, so.
We're gonna have to go. It's gonna take away from footage.
The light's gonna reflect back at us, that's the
Ready?
Alright, we got a good spot here. Let's try it again. Last race was really close. What say you? Good one?
Yeah, I think so. That car
Clean
is a lot
race?
quicker than I thought it was, though. Yeah, it was clean. That was clean.